from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly, highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very, very controversial topic, which is paying of tithes in Christianity. This is something that you're going to see most Christians hold very, very dear to their hearts. In fact, if you are from a place like Africa, i.e. Nigeria, what we find here is that we have what they call prosperity gospel. And this prosperity gospel is totally centered on paying of tithes as a Christian. Today, I'm going to talk about the wickedness and witchcraft and criminality and stupidity, idiocy, and ignorance, or the motivation behind this paying of tithes thing, and why some people will hold it very, very seriously. Okay, this thing, tithes, came from their Bible. They, according to them, or the Bible that the Jews, aka the Romans, the people that brought this religion to us, it came with them. And according to one of their stipulations of their so-called God, as in Yahweh, I mean that bastard where they stay upstairs for their heaven with a very big binoculars. I don't need to respect that guy, so I don't need to give him any credit. The guy is a thief. Yahweh is a thief, and all the people that brought this religion to the world, they are all thieves. And the essence of them bringing the religion is just to find a way to get into the hearts and minds of people, to spiritually enslave people, spiritually colonize people, and steal from people. Okay, so this tithe thing that they are saying is just a scheme that was created by the Romans and the Jews to legally steal from people in the name of the religion, claiming that it is a commandment from their God that everything that you work for, you must, a tenth of it must be given to the church. This is because the church is created to feed on the masses. Okay, what the church promises are things that you're not going to get, or intangible things. They promise you heaven. You're not going to see that reward until you die. And if you die, you are not coming back from death. Nobody's coming back from death to say heaven is free or not. And they know this scam. So they have to tell you that there's some place that is much more, way better than what you have now. Something that is way, way much better. There's a paradise, there's angels, there's mansions of gold and diamonds, street paved with gold, and all beautiful things you can ever imagine. It is waiting in the spirit world, in the world of their heavenly Father. He is almighty, all encompassing, all the blah, blah, blah BS stories. These are the stories you tell to children, but adults actually believe them. So how do you get into this heaven? You have to work for their God, do whatever the God tells you to do. And most importantly, you must pay the God. It is one of the commandments of the God to bring 10% of all your earnings, or everything that you do. In the ancient time, they have what they call the trade by barter, so they don't expect everybody to have money. So quite naturally, most people are farmers, peasants, artisans, or technical people that do services for people, builders. You can call them masons, you can call them carpenters, shoemakers, or people that just do things regularly. A tenth of anything that they have, they bring to the house of the Lord, according to them. All this is designed to make the religion richer. So if you are a farmer, at the end of the day, 10% of all of the harvest of all what you have harvested, you must bring to church, so that church will have food. So anything you are doing, you bring your 10%. All this is to make the religion grow. Okay, so the religion can feed off you. The church can become rich. And this is exactly how the Catholic Church became what it is today. By people paying God, people bringing money, because religion needs to survive. Religion is a living thing. For it to grow, for it to expand, it needs money, it needs resources like all other things in life. Human beings too need resources to grow. We need to eat every day. We need to survive. Religion, like any other business organization, needs to survive. They need to find a way to survive. So this tithe thing is a legal way for them to actually survive. So they made it a commandment. They know that they will need money, and they don't need to tell you that if they tell you that we need money to survive, you will understand what is going on. So they say it's a commandment of the God, and they promise you that if you pay this money, the God will bless you very well. The God will increase whatever you are having, and ultimately you will go to heaven. And they also go further to say the more money you give to the God, the more your reward in heaven is increasing. And many people believe this crap, and they continue to pay, and they continue to pay, and they continue to pay. But what this actually happens is that it is designed to make you poor. If you have a fixed salary, let's say they pay you 50,000 a month, can be in dollars, in naira, and you have to be paying 10%, meaning at the end of the month, 5,000 is gone for tithe payments. 5,000 is given to the church, which naturally is given to the pastor. So, where does this money ends up? You can never see any pastor giving this money to God. I want to see the point whereby the pastor takes this money and hand over this money to God. It's impossible. Nobody have seen God. We know the pastor will not, God will not come down from heaven with chariot or with a space jet. Then the pastor will say, this is all the tithe I have collected for this month or throughout this year. Take it and go to heaven. It doesn't happen like that. These monies end up in the pastor's bank accounts. And it only goes to grow the bank account, to make it fat. And to make the pastor rich. Okay, what this will translate to is that the pastor will have more money to grow his empire, to grow his business organization, and to live lavish. This is how we see pastors in Nigeria. This is how they acquire private jets, how they acquire $1.5 billion cars, how they build mansions, build schools, build hotels, build all sorts of things, because people give them money. The money you are paying is what they are using to do all those things. They are not giving it to God. Okay? So you are making them rich while you are becoming poor. So what happens is that this is a witchcraft, because you're giving, you are not getting back. It is a scam. It is a Ponzi scheme. And this kind of Ponzi scheme is even worse than the one we have on the streets. Because this one, they tell you you're giving God, you legally, they didn't force you. You entered into it on your own violation, that this Ponzi scheme is based on your religious belief. You believe that when you die, you will go to heaven. You believe that if you give this money to this pimp, calling himself a man of God, this man of dog, this liar, this scallywag, this rotten criminal, you believe that you are going to heaven. And you even defend this man to the court that, yes, it is written in the Bible. It will show you the Bible. The Bible was written by the slave masters. So what you are doing is that you are paying the religion, you are paying God. God that created the sun. I don't know how much he used to create the sun and the moon and the earth. I don't know how much. So why should we be giving God money to survive? Why do human beings have to be the only species that have to pay for a living? I don't see animals paying tithe. I don't see lions paying tithe. I don't see zebras or gorillas paying tithe. I don't see any plant paying tithe. I don't see fish, sharks, and the whales, the dolphins. I don't see them paying tithes. Why should humans be paying tithes to a God? You should ask yourself this question. Why are we the only ones that are paying to live? And who are we giving this money to? What is the belief that we will get that thing? Okay? This is a stupidity. And what this translates to is that it makes people poor. Okay? Those money that you are paying to your pastor, if you keep those money in a savings account or you invest it in a business, you are going to get more profitable returns at the end of the year than giving it to a pastor. Nowadays, the pastors in Nigeria, they will tell you that 10% is not even enough, to show you how they are greedy. And they will say that you should give dangerously or give violently. What they are trying to say is that they are not satisfied with that 10% that you are giving them. They want you to give more money because they are so greedy and they are so fat of the riches. The other day, one of them was apologizing that there's no way in the Bible, no place in the Bible that if you don't pay tithe, you will not go to heaven. There's no place in the Bible like that. And I believe that the so-called Jesus did not pay tithes. And I don't think the people that they say they pay tithes, they did not even pay tithe with money in the Bible. They pay tithe with food stuff, with fruits, with rice and beans. Nowadays in Nigeria, churches don't accept food stuff for paying of tithes. They don't accept rice, beans, plantain anymore. They accept only cash, raw cash, bank transfer. They don't even accept food stuff or products anymore. So it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. Okay? So this is outright stealing. But the difference here is that the victims willingly agree to this. They agree to be stole from. Okay? They may have been deceived. Most times they open their hearts. They have been deceived with the Bible. That, okay, you can steal from me. I agree to this God and all the policies of this God. And this God say I have to pay tenths of all my products, and I will give this money to the pastor, which we give it to God. So what people are doing in Africa is that you are not worshiping God, you are worshiping the pastor, because all this money you pay ends up in the account of the pastor. And the pastor is not accountable to anybody. And we don't see the pastor going to meet God to transfer this money to the bank account of God. So they use this money. And this is why they keep emphasizing you must pay tithes. If you don't pay tithes, the enemy will come to attack you. All sorts of bad things will happen to you. The funny thing that people that pay tithes, bad things still happen to them. When bad things happen to them, they will say that it's the work of the devil. Many people have been paying tithes and the devourer still come. They didn't rebuke any devourer. I see many Christians that pay tithe, they still get kidnapped by Boko Haram. They still suffer. They still buy very expensive wear. They are beaten by they are weather beaten. The same harsh economic realities is thrashing them all over the place. I see many Christians that pay tithe every day. Their shoe have turned to something else. Their shoe is very, very old. They are suffering. I call them church rats. They pay tithe with their lives cover. In fact, they don't fail in their tithe payments. They are always up to date in the tithe register. But I don't see any prosperity in the life of these people. Even me, when I was a Christian, I used to pay tithes. I paid tithe till I could not pay anymore. No prosperity came to my life. Okay, no devourer was rebuked. The pastor was simply using my money to buy new clothes, new jackets, new shoes, and to feed his children, to send his children to school, and to follow up with his wife to cook good foods and go to wine and dine. Okay, this is just what will happen to that money. So just know that if you are paying tithes in this day and age, you are still a fool. Yes, you are a fool. Me myself, once upon a time, I was a fool. I did not know any better, so I was following the Christians, doing everything they do. So I also went there to the church. I paid tithe. I paid. I got tired of paying. I stopped paying. Okay. When I was paying, no devourer was rebuked. I was still having problems. Things were still happening to me. So paying tithe does not guarantee you security. It does not guarantee you safety. And certainly does not guarantee you heaven, because there's no place like that. Okay. You will never see heaven, because it is not a real place. It does not exist. And it is just a sugar candy mountain scam. This is the kind of things that people tell children. Christmas story of Santa Claus coming from the North Pole with shoulder load of goodies for you. Children believe these stories to make them feel good. This story of heaven is just designed to make you feel good, so that you don't look about your suffering. You don't hold your government responsible. You don't take control of your life, so that they can keep on making you and just wasting your time on these planets. What is the essence of this? It's just wickedness. It is witchcraft. They are just draining you. The pastor will just tell you, just relax, just believe. God will take care of everything. You go to the church, they sing good music every day. sing Negro spiritual and sing blues and dance, and you pretend that everything is okay, and you pay money to them, and just believe. You don't take control of your life. All your life savings, including your widow's mite, you should bring it to church. And this is just the scam. People believe in this thing, okay? There's nothing else you will get from it but just living in a delusion and illusion. So you see these people going around, especially every Sunday, pretending that everything is fine, and whereas the whole country, everything is crumbling around them. They have family problems left, right, and center. They cannot pay their rents. They cannot meet up with their standard of living. They are stressed out. Everything is just so wrong. They have relatives in the hospital. They cannot pay bills. They cannot eat well, but they will pretend that everything is going fine. Go to the church and give fake testimonies. And pastor will tell you, you need to give. You are not giving enough. That is why things is not working for you. You need to give more. You need to give more. You need to increase it to 20%. You need to give as much as you want. And that's why many of them will die. Many of them will die of poverty. Many of them will die of heartache. Many of them will die of depression, misery. Many of them will become customers to doctors. And many of them will die before their time. This is the problem we have in Africa. Hypocrisy. Okay? Something is not working for you, but you pretend like it is working. We know that it's not working. I have been a Christian before. In the work, no amount of money you give to the church, if you do not find out practical solutions to your problem will not still solve. You cannot solve poverty and economic problems with prayer and fasting and tithing. This is just stupidity. And anybody that tells you can do this is a winch and a wizard. So your pastors, they are nothing but vampires or scallywags, pulpit bandits, men of dogs, Yahoo boys, criminals, wolves in sheep clothing. These are the people you call pastors. These are the people you respect. These are the people you give chance to in life. Where you say clear road for jaga jaga. All these are useless people. They are going to use your money to buy material things. The material things, they tell you that it's not good. The Rolls Royce, when they say a rich man, is very difficult for a rich man to enter into. It's easier for a rich man to pass through the eyes of a needle than to enter the kingdom of God. But you see these pastors buying private jets, buying cars of $1.5 billion Rolls Royce. Do you think that they are not thinking of going to heaven? They are creating their heaven. They are living their best life in this world, and you are the ones giving them your money. You are the stupid one. Okay, you cannot buy Rolls Royce, but your pastor is driving a Rolls Royce, and many hungry people are in your church. He does not care. One of them is even planning to build his own private airport in Nigeria right now. I don't blame him. I blame the people that give him this money. These people are the mugus, the unsuspecting victims, the fools. They believe that by giving him all this money, they will go to heaven. So how am I to talk? A fool and his money are soon parted. So we see this situation. If you are paying tithe, you are just a fool. Because you can never find that man of dog giving this money to God in any place. The money does not go to heaven. God does not have a bank account. Show me one bank where they say God bank account, bank of heaven. It's not there anywhere. Look at every church document, every church registration document. It's either they are registered as a charity organization or as an NGO with the name of the pastor. There is his private organization, it's his business. You are just helping to supplement his business. You are just helping to promote his business and make it flourish. Okay, you are just there. You are just a fool. Your name is not in any of the documents. You have you not get any level for them. You are just a slave. When pastors want you to contribute and say, let's build church for God, we don't do that in African spirituality. We don't do that. Everywhere, nature is our God. God is everywhere. So to build a house for God is an insult. For that, you have reduced God to like the status of men. God don't need a house. God is everywhere. He's in the air. He's in the sun, in the moon. He's in me and you. So God cannot have a house. Any house that you build is for the pastor and his organization. So you are just a fool. I'm sorry to say this, but I will say it again. You are a fool. Your name not there, the documents. You are not part of his organization. You are just there, helping him to succeed. You are nothing. If you die tomorrow, nothing will happen to Ram. His organization is flourishing. He just needs people like you. No matter how much you give to that church, the church will not remember you. You will not get anything in return. You just wasted all your life resources in growing that person's empire. Those of us that send money regularly to Rome, you send money, you give money to the Catholic Church, you never get these monies back. You cannot go to the church, say, all the money I've been giving you, I want you to give me back. They don't give you back. Okay? Only savings, no withdrawal. We call them beer bank. Okay? Those monies are monies that you are supposed to use to improve your own life, to build your own empire. There are people that have been paying tithe for 30 years. 40 years they have been paying tithes. Imagine the slavery, legal slavery, indentured slavery, freeborn slaves. Those monies you have been giving to that church. Imagine if you have taken it and put it in a bank account, or you have used it to invest in buying real estate. You would have been a very rich man by now. Your future generations would have been set. But you give it to somebody else. Why will it not be a billionaire when everybody is giving? For me, it's very easy to become a pastor and scam a lot of people, but this is not what I'm here to do. If I have been a pastor, my church will be very, very big. Imagine me having like 100,000 people paying me 10% of their salary every month. Am I not going to be an instant billionaire? Is it not so tempting? But you're going to see in Nigeria, we have like millions of people. There are some churches, they have like 10, 20 million people paying 10% of their salary to one man. Why will that man not be a mover and shaker? Why will he not be a bloody billionaire? Then he tells you that it's because he's blessed. He's not blessed. It's the money that you are giving him that is giving him that power. Okay, anywhere you direct that money to, that person will be so powerful. Okay, these are monies that African people supposed to use to develop themselves, but we give it away. We give it willingly, we give it foolishly to evil people. We give it to these men of dogs. Of course, why would there not be Daddy Geos? Why would there not be buying private jets? When 10 million people are paying you 10% of their salary every month, and they are going to do this payment for a lifetime. Why do I need to work? I need to use the Bible. I need to keep using that Bible to deceive you, to hold the Bible with all my, to keep lying with the Bible, because I know that this is what I'm using to shop. It's very easy to scam African people. Just say you are here in the name of Jesus and do some miracles, and they start paying you. So in Nigeria, religion is a very, very lucrative business. In Africa, it's very, very lucrative. You're going to make a lot of money by just sitting down and people pay you 10%. So they're not going to let this go. Don't think that tithe is going to end. So what will happen is that we have more poor people. Quite naturally, a lot of Christians that I know, many of them are struggling. It's in Nigeria that you will see somebody that is a criminal, somebody that has looted the treasury, the government. If we go to church to pay tithes, it will be accepted. If at all criminals in Nigeria, they go to any church and they donate money, and the monies are accepted. The other day, I saw one musician that used to sing lewd lyrics. He still went to a church. This boy sings songs that degrade women, put women in a negative light. He went to a church and he donated 100 million, and it was accepted. Tell me the moral standing of that church. We have all of them at the same thing. Even if you kill 20 people tomorrow, you still carry money and go to any church in Nigeria, they will accept that money from you. It's all about the Benjamins for them. Money, money, money. Religion is business, the God business. We sell God in religion, okay? What matters is how many people can you sell your God to. So this is a very lucrative business. It's entertaining, intriguing, and it is a prosperity business. You make people feel good, you deceive them, and they pay you money. And you are legally covered by the government to scam people, and government accept this as a way to keep people docile, so that people don't hold the government responsible. Instead of them fighting the government for a better life, for security, for healthcare, for jobs, for government accountability. They are planning how to go to heaven. This is what we call abracadabra. The things that will make you a better person, you are neglecting those responsibilities, but you are planning for the one that you cannot see. But the one that you are seeing now, you are throwing it away. You don't want it. It does not matter to you. Then the one that you cannot see, that is the one that you think is much more important. This is how a lot of people will waste their life, waste their heritage in Africa, and they are going to end up in perpetual poverty. We see many cases, all the choice lands in Nigeria is being taken over by churches. Church buy these lands, the one they don't buy, people donate it to them in the belief that they will go to heaven. We have a lot of churches in Nigeria that engage in a money laundering. When government officials steal money, they donate this money to church, and then they launder the money, and then they get percentage. A lot of these churches are used as money laundering or houses. They are registered as NGO, non-government organizations, and they work with politicians to feast on the accounts of the governments. They steal money. So all these places, they are just criminal houses. If you are looking for God, it's certainly not inside the church. You're going to find God in the bush. You can find God in the forest. You can find God at home. But if you are going to a church to go and look for God, just forget it. What you are going to meet there is con men or kidnappers, liars, or evil politicians, swindlers, and witches and wizards. You're not going to find any good person there because they don't do anything good there. It's all about taking money from you. You give God money to make money. You sow seeds. You work for God. You donate to God. God that's supposed to be very rich. Everybody is not giving God all this money. Who is collecting all these things on behalf of God? It is the pastor. So what you are going to do in these churches is not to worship God, but to worship one person, a man like you. It's all about the man. The pastor is a cult of personality. You see them going around with heavy securities. They have policemen, Mopo, DSS, soldiers, all these men of dogs in Nigeria. They all have heavy security. You can't even, security more than a president or a governor. You can't even get close to them. And yet they want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. So only stupid people, two kinds of people go to church. Either you are very stupid, or you are the con artist that is making money from the stupid ones. So when I see people talking about tithe, some people call me threatening, if you don't pay tithe, you will not go to heaven. No need to worry. Just know that this person is a fool. Only fools will pay tithes. And anybody that tell you to pay tithe to them, that person is a con artist. Because it lives on your tithes. Without those tithes, they are nothing. The so-called blessings of Abraham will not visit them if people don't pay money. So we need to create this awareness that you don't need to pay tithes. Even if you are a Christian, you need to stop paying those tithes. Gather that money for yourself. If you know you want to do the sensible thing. If you think that insulting your religion, you will regret later on in life. Stop paying that tithes. Use that money to save for your children. And you will see the blessings of God in your life. Okay? Don't pay that money anymore. Keep it for yourself. Don't give it to any man of dog. If God is really with them, let manna fall from heaven. And let God find a way to give them that money. A lot of Christians today, that we say they are praying tithe, and when they see you, they will say you are a destiny helper. What they are looking for is a victim. They want to take from you. Then when you give them money, they will say it's their God that touched you to give them the money. Don't give any of these Christians money. Any Christian you know that they are paying tithe, don't help them. Let that God give them money. As far as they are paying tithes, I am keeping my money for myself. But you take your money, you take it to go and give your pastor. Now you're giving your money your pastor every month, but you want me to not give you my money that I am keeping. If I give you my own money, am I not a fool? I am a fool. So you giving money that you save to a Christian, while the Christian is giving his own to one man of dog or one prophet or prophetess, that means that you are a fool. Because if you also give your own to your own prophet, then who will beg from who? A lot of these witches and wizards and Christians, they are our relations. I have many of them in my family, I will not lie. more than half of them are these stupid people. They give their money to God, and then they come and beg me to help them. So since I stopped helping them, I am now automatically a wicked man. He no one give me. No one give me. He wicked. You wait now. You need a give person. Your God need to bless you, make you still bless other people. Why is it that now other people go they give you? Why can't you give me? Why can't you give other people? You're always taking. Are you not a winch? Only a winch or a vampire or a parasite that keeps taking without giving back. So all these Christians, they are all parasites. I have them everywhere. Some of them, they stay in my area here. Now only take, then they take. Then they give you anything. They are parasites. And this reflects the nature of their God, which is a parasite. Yes, Yahweh is a parasite. Jehovah, Jesus, Emmanuel, they are all parasites. All they do is take. They never give anything. Okay? They'll be criminals. The God is now like an extortionist, a tax collector that collect deve. Every month you go collect 10% deve. If you not pay the deve, you not go heaven. If you not pay the deve, anything, it's like the person is threatening you. If you not pay tithe, anything will happen to you. Now you know. If one little thing just happen, they go say now because you not pay tithe, now make that thing happen to us. Now like people when they pay tithe, then they see the sick too. They actually when they sick, they see they die too. Plus their tithe payment, they have kidnapped many pastors in Nigeria and they all paid ransom. All the one way Boko Haram they kidnap since priests and all the rest, they pay ransom. No. We don't see any Jesus Christ and flying, any Elijah, nobody they fly come they go help them. They go pay ransom to kidnappers. Can you imagine? And they pay tithes. So this stupidity thing, it needs to stop. Okay, paying tithe does not guarantee you security. It does not guarantee you a good life. It does not guarantee you heaven because there's no heaven. It just only means that you are still stupid and you're an idiot. A very simple idiot. Nothing good will come to you. You're just wasting your time, energy, and resources. Money that you're supposed to keep for your children and for yourself. You're giving it to your fellow man. And then you start begging other people. You will see them coming on Facebook to come and beg people. And you are a tithe payer and you keep posting Bible verses all over the internet. My God is this, my God is that, my God is that. Now you go see the beg. Are you not ashamed? Your God has turned you into a beggar. I know many people that their God have turned, many women, their God don't turn them to prostitute. Your powerful Jesus that you post every day don't turn you to hookup girl. Which kind of level be that? I know many Yahoo boys that are also tithe payers too. You be Yahoo boy, you the dagbo people in the name of Jesus. Which kind of God you they serve? It means that your God now a criminal too now. That's what it just be. So truth, anybody the way call himself Christian, for it's either that person is a mad person, that person is an idiot, that person is a winch, or that person is downright stupid. So when I see this Christian walking around, dressing up, I don't take them serious. Christian person, I know they enter my house. I need to near them because I know say something is mentally wrong with their medulla oblongata, and many of them have witchcraft spirits. Show me a very good Christian, and I will show you a very wicked winch. Witchcraft. Show me one Christian where they not get winch or where they not get stupidity, and I will show you a correct human being. Somebody that does not use their common sense to live. What do you call that person? Somebody that have never been in touch with reality. What do you call that person? Somebody that cannot speak truth from their mouth. What do you call that person? These are the things we should ask these Christians. Many of them are not in touch with reality. Many of them have never known what is truthful. Many of them have never used common sense to live their life. From the cradle to the grave, they have been brainwashed, microwaved, and demented, enslaved from birth to death. Then you can't take that person in your best interest. Now you know. So as we are living in this world today, we live among this kind of people. We should know how we relate with them. Okay? If you believe that your God is almighty, your God is all powerful, your God is supreme, your God is everything, and not come and ask me for anything. Meet your God to provide everything for you. Okay, don't come and beg me that I don't have a mighty God. Okay, make your God see you through. Make your God, don't complain, no. Don't they complain about life, because your God is almighty, so therefore you should not be complaining about life. Okay, don't complain about the government, because your God is almighty. Your God is more powerful than the government. It's people like me that can complain because we don't have a mighty God. We use common sense to live our life, so we have rights to complain. But you that have Jesus, you have Elijah, you have heaven and all the angel Gabriel, angel Daddy, and all the useless angels and archangels and all the other ones. Them, I don't know how they call those ones. The angel chameleon, or they don't have new ones. Saint Peter, Saint Paul, Saint Adrasa, and all the useless saints we have in the Catholic Church. We still see there people begging. So Christianity grows with poverty. Look at Africa today. We are so religious and yet we are so poor. And yet we are sitting on natural resources and gold mine. So what is our problem? Our problem is not muscle. Our problem is mentality. Our mind is not in the right place. We need to think well. Many Christians do not use their mind. Their minds are offline. So you cannot regard them as normal human beings. They are insane. Even if they dress up every day, they colo, they craze. So when you deal with them, you know, say they deal with people where they are subhuman. They are subhuman, and as they are subhuman, you cannot treat them as real people. You treat them as patients, as bad victims. And a lot of them have witchcraft spirit in them. Don't forget that one. Okay? So you have to be careful the way you deal with this kind of people, so that they don't pull you down to their level, or they don't vampirize your resources. They have been trained to vampirize, always looking for destiny helper. When you help a Christian believes that you did nothing for them, that their God now they manipulate you to help them. They believe that as far as you are not a Christian, your money is meant for wasting. That the way you get your money is evil because you don't believe in them. So anything you give them, they waste your money, they waste your resources. But their own, they give it to their gods, and they look for people to take from. So don't give them your money. Chase them to their church. Let them cry to their God, so that their eye go clear. So this is the only thing that I have for these people. Paying of tithes is wickedness. Somebody working 10,000, he has to give you 10% of that. Will give you 2,000, for instance. You not do anything, and you will take that money. It's like a tax collector, an extortionist, a debt collector. So we don't worship the God that is a debt collector. That God is a criminal. Okay, so you cannot force me, threaten me with hellfire to pay you. I will not pay you. I rather go to that hell. Okay, I'm not gonna pay you. If you want to die, make you go die. So this is what I have to say for these people that talking about tithe or this. If you are still paying a tithe, you are a fool. You are still a fool. Okay, you never get sense. You never wake up yet. So we should leave them until they will get sense. Normally, suffering is supposed to give somebody sense. So if they never get sense, it means that they have not suffered enough. There's a point you will get to. It will click. When you keep paying, your eye will open. Say, what am I doing? This thing is not working. I need to try a new level. Okay? So when stupidity is repeating something again and again and again and expecting different results. So these people, we should keep looking at them. Maybe they never suffer rich. So paying tithe is witchcraft. Any pastor that says you should pay tithe to them, that pastor is a witch and a thief. So I think I should stop here today on this topic. A word is enough for the wise. And questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button. And all the other things that you need to do. Then, of course, if you have not gotten my book, this is the book here, Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. If you want to know how to connect to the African deities, the Kemetic deities, this book will help you. It contains guidelines or rituals, instructions on how you can be able to bring this spirit into your consciousness and get this enlightenment and knowledge from the spirit world. We call the place Amente. It is the name for the that aspects or that place where our African ancestors dwell in the spirit realm. So these are whispers from there. So if you want to make contact with your true divinity, you can get this book. You don't need to fly to Africa. You don't need to spend money to come and be booking hotel, visa, all those stress. This book will just help you. And if we bring you up to dates, if you also want to know how to do spells, this one will help you a lot. Um, Walking in the shadow of the gods, there's a lot of spells there for health, for love, prosperity, and all aspects of life. So this will give you a lot of knowledge on how to work with herbs. Very practical knowledge. Here we deal on knowledge and common sense. We don't believe here. We know things here. So we discover things here and we empower ourselves here. So get this book. This book will help you a lot. Over 200 of these spells are here. And it's not expensive. If you also want to know about the interrelationship between science and spirituality, you want to know about the physical evidence, the authenticity, originality of African spirituality, this one will help you. It's quantum physics and African spirituality. You need this knowledge for your ascension and for your own peace of mind. So the three of them is just 300 USD, postage included. And get the book, get one, get two. In anything you are getting, get knowledge and get wisdom. And stop paying tithes. Stop being a fool. Okay? We have been fooled for so long. We cannot be enriching other people. It's time for you to enrich yourself with your common sense. So it's just the way it is. So I thank you very much. If you also want to learn how to do African spirituality, I have a 6-month program. You can contact me for that. I will teach you from the history to the science, the metaphysics, and how to make contact with the 5 elements of nature. And a lot more things. You're going to be learning a lot more stuff. And if you also want to do your oracle tarot divination readings, I do that as well. And you want to buy your spiritual items, you can also contact me as well. Apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.